Protests are erupting at Georgetown University over contraceptions. The university is no longer giving out condoms and birth control on campus. Students are meeting with Georgetown administrators tomorrow after a weekend of protests. John Humanick has more on the story.
Trying to buy a condom on Georgetown University's campus is more difficult than trying to buy a pack of cigarettes. Students must travel to the closest CVS pharmacy to purchase condoms or birth control, which the school does not endorse or distribute. That's why 3 students chained themselves to a statue of the Catholic University's founder, John Carroll, this Saturday for 8 hours during prospective touring time. Members of the group Hoyas for Choice held a demonstration because they felt the health of the student body was at risk because of religious commitments by the university. The group says that regardless of religious affiliation, condoms are instrumental in preventing the spread of HIV and STDs. Hoyas for Choice Vice President Erica Slate says that the purpose of the protest was to get the attention of the school's officials.
Yeah, I mean, our stance is it's a health issue, right? I mean, it's not about being Catholic or not Catholic. It's about sex is taking place on this campus, wanted and unwanted. Frankly, our sexual assault rate is 1 in 4 for a student body, which is really extremely high, especially for universities in the area. So for us, it was a health issue. It had nothing to do with whether you're Catholic or not.
The Office of Student Affairs declined to comment. From Georgetown, I'm John Humanick, District Wire News.
The economy is improving, according to recent government studies. The Labor Department report shows employers are hiring more people. The increase in employment allowed consumers to spend 3% more in the month of February. The slight increases are making investors more comfortable about a global economic recovery.
The National Kite Festival in D.C. has high-flying kites and brought tons of smiling faces out to the National Mall. Erica Crable has more on the story.
It's no lazy Saturday afternoon at the National Mall, as kids and parents alike work to make their kites fly. Warm weather and cherry blossoms brought crowds out to the 44th Annual Kite Festival. Kite lovers oohed and awed over huge kites from around the world, including ones made right in our own backyard.
We bought like a $3 kite at Target a couple of weeks ago just because the weather was getting really nice, and flew it on the mall and enjoyed it. And just by chance saw that there was the kite festival a couple of weeks later and decided we wanted to build one of our own.
They weren't the only ones building a kite on the mall. Younger kids got to make their own paper kites too. The festival set up a few competitions for homemade kites, but kite makers kept things breezy, and competition wasn't too rough.
We're not in the hot tricks competition.
Yeah, we're not going to be knocking any kites out of the air with this.
Or will we?
Not intentionally. We hope it flies.
Yeah, that's what we're really going for.
We hope it flies and that nothing breaks.
Some flyers were just hoping for some wind.
It's like a Delta kite. It takes very minimal wind, but more than it is today. Like I say, even the smaller kites are teetering.
As for what makes the perfect kite,
a kite that doesn't go up and it just goes down, it hits the ground.
The wind isn't ideal, but families and kite clubs from all across the world came out on the National Mall to show off their flying skills today. Erica Crable, District Wire.
So much for being ranked number 1. Duke is the only number 1 seed to make it to the Final Four of the NCAA tournament. Duke ended their 6-year Final Four drought, beating Baylor 78-71. Michigan State slid by Tennessee 70-69, returning for the Final Four for the 2nd straight year. Butler returns home after upsetting Kansas State 63-56, making their first ever debut to the Final Four. And West Virginia capitalized on Kentucky's cold shooting, winning 73-66 and advancing to Indianapolis. 2 5 seeds in the Final Four is why people love March. The Final Four games begin this Saturday.
That's all we have for today. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Michelle Carlson.
And I'm Caitlin Moore. Tune in next time to District Wire News.